The next UNESCO site is Seokguram Grotto with all the carved Buddhas in granite. This was built in 751. Rotunda is the Buddha and various figures around Buddha. And you used to be able to go into the grotto, but because moisture is ruining them, everything is crumbling and disintegrating. It's behind glass now. You can't take pictures, and it's very, very disappointing. Sorry to say it, but do not bother visiting the grotto, because now that it's behind the glass, you can't get the whole impact as when it was outside. I completely understand why they're doing it in an attempt to preserve it, but not worth visiting. Don't believe any of the photographs that you've seen of it in the past. All donations to the temple. You can imagine how it was at one time when all the figures, Buddha, and all the other carvings were open to the elements. They call it a squirrel, but to me it looks like a chipmunk to me. Mr. Shrek just got the world's best parking spot. By the way, his nickname is Shrek because when he met his wife, she looked at him and she said, "Do you know you look like Shrek?" And it stuck. And he refers to her as Fiona. Additional breads. Barley bread. There.
That's beans. That's beans.
Huh. Interesting.
Complete the balanced state situation. Red and blue one. We also adopted that pattern inside the Korea's national flag too.
Oh, that's why it looks familiar. It is tomb time.
Kingdom is the son of the sky. So when king passed away, he needed a horse with, what's that?
Wings.
To go back to his hometown.
Which is his son.
Yeah.
So they found that horse with wings in his tomb. How many tombs are in this area?
And they don't know exactly, but over the 100 inside this war. Of course, the king and queen and a lot of royal family and the high-ranking officers.
So even though that looks just like a great big turfy mound, that was a tomb. Everything here in this park has been excavated, which is why visitors are allowed to walk through it. Those are all tombs. What year did the Japanese come in and take everything out of the tombs?
From 910 to 945, we didn't know exact time when they took out.
If you want to see what was inside all these tombs, go to the Ueno Museum in Tokyo, and there they all are. This tomb was left intact by the Japanese because it was smaller and they couldn't believe there was anything inside. Lucky for the Koreans.
They revived here.
That's where the king's body was, his skeleton. The tomb is believed today from the 5th or 6th century and was built by placing a wooden coffin and wooden chest for funerary objects on the flat floor and then building a wooden chamber over them. Boulders were piled on top of the chamber and an earthen mound built over the pile. Some 11,500 artifacts were retrieved when this tomb was excavated. All these cases was found in this particular tomb, including the gold crown, which we saw in the museum the other day, and the birch bark saddle flaps, which were painted with a flying horse, giving the tomb its present name, Cheongbachong. Saddle that was buried with him looks a little uncomfortable, and that's his winged horse.
This is the original one.
Somewhere in it.
Because
There's the horse. Now I can see it. Because everything was stolen, they think approximately 300 people were buried inside each tomb. Of course, his servants had to go with him to the other world, probably his pets, God knows what else.